evening. Happy Friday. I hope you've had a good week, or at least, sorry about that, a decent week. I think I'm gonna close it off once again, as I have for the past 4 weeks, with a continuation of Voice of Cards, the Owl Dragon Wars playthrough. Let's jump right back into it. Last we left off, we defeated we defeated the dragon, or at least we got pretty far with it. Then the black clothed man came back and got away with the dragon, and now we have to go back to Shoreland, find ourselves a ship. We can pursue this guy across the ocean. All sorts of interesting tidbits, like how Melanie's mom was killed by the dragon, and everyone being a bunch of dimwits. Now I guess we gotta go find a boat.
When you return, Oreo approaches. It seems like something has happened to the town.
Oh, judging from the part of the car we can see, I'm gonna assume it was not ravaged.
He says a raging wind blew through and destroyed the town. You surmise the flapping of the dragon's wings is to blame.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Also, very interesting that they waited till Town 5 to go for the whole town destroyed thing.
You explain that you need a boat to go after the dragon, and Oreo's look turns grim.
Guessing the boats were destroyed too.
Sensing there may be a problem, you quickly make your way to the wharf.
That or like all their boaters died. One way or another. Tragedy strikes. Ah, there it is. The wrecked ship.
The woman says the violent winds stirred up the sea, causing her precious ship to run aground.
Oh no. Wait, is this Shoreland's only ship?
But if you can return her vessel to the water, she will gladly give you a ride.
Ah, she's gonna take us for a ride. Do
Your
funky
brows
music.
furrow, knowing that there is no way you could move a ship. Beside you, Bruno stretches, warming up his body.
And I was about to ask, isn't this town filled with like strong people? Attempt to push the grounded vessel into... Yeah, I suspect this isn't gonna happen now.
After striking a fantastic pose to show off his muscles, he charges straight at the boat.
It's always important to pose before you do your big epic maneuver. That's what anime has taught me. Everyone cheers him on.
No matter how hard he pushes, though, the boat does not budge.
Oh no,
It's
he's not
pointless,
strong
you
enough.
sigh, turning around when
This boat is too powerful.
a muscle-bound Melanie stands before you.
Hold up. Hold on. Whoa, okay.
Now it's working, Bruno exclaims, unsurprised at the sight of Melanie.
Okay, so if not one strong person, how about two?
It appears the custom supplement she drank in the tower bulked her up.
Yeah, you think?
Let us combine our power, Bruno entreats Melanie. Her whole body racked with chills, Melanie screams out to the sky.
Like became the Hulk?
You need Melanie's help to catch the dragon. You call out to her.
Whereas her wardrobe is, managing to stay together, though. Lend me your strength. Put your hands up in the air.
You turn your earnest eyes to her and say, "Please, lend us your strength."
Get ready for this big spirit bomb of a strong people
But,
push.
unable to hold back at the sight of her impressive build, burst into laughter.
Ah, man. You were so close, pro tag. You were so close.
But in the next instant, you receive a violent punch to the face and are sent flying.
Yeah, that checks out.
You hear your bones creak in a way you've never heard before. But afterward, the two muscle-bound forms work together and return the boat to sea. I will never be a beautiful bride like this, Melanie mutters sadly.
Oh, he just had to pull that line out. Huh?
You're wrong, Bruno exclaims. Those muscles are the most beautiful thing a bride could ever have.
I think everyone's standards of beauty are different.
At any rate, you leave the port town and follow the dragon.
Anyway, funny interlude over. Let's get back to the plot. Now, we got Melanie's flip side and Bruno's flip side story. Okay, we're gonna take another intermission. Backstory of our two of our party members are. Start with Bruno. Day begins early for this aspiring adventurer. Each and every day, he rises with the sun and gulps down a helping of custom supplement made by his father. Should the custom supplement's effects wear off, he supposedly sheds all his muscle at once in a pitiful transformation. Or so he says. No one's ever seen it. How long does his effects last? I assume it's probably going to be about 8 hours, assuming he sleeps. I don't know if he does. Alright, Melanie's. This dark and twisty mage harbors a deep-seated grudge against the dragon, but knows her own limits. She desires power enough to slay the dragon with a single blow. At last, the dark mage has power, superhuman power, and still, the only time a smile plays across her lips is when she's punching the daylights out of our self-proclaimed hero. Man, this is what you devote your Melanie's flip side to? Kinda disappointed. I also had somewhat, I guess, funny as well, but... Wow, and she's still hulked out. How long does Melanie stay like that? I assume at a certain point she's gonna revert back to her old self. Nothing left to do except get on that ship. Preparations to make. Set sail. Yeah, let's sail. Of course, I don't need to pee.
Just as you are about to leave, Oreo comes to see you off. It looks like he has something to say.
Start singing, I was wrong.
According to him, the dragon flew to the west, where there is an island called Mount Medica.
Medica.
Rumor has it they are actively researching medicine on this island. He thinks he can use their knowledge in his work.
Wow. Place called Mount Medica, where they research medicine. On the nose, again. Like,
Understanding his father's wishes, Bruno nods. Say no more. Mount Medica. Something stirs deep inside your chest, but you blame your imagination and board the boat without another thought.
if our hero has ties to Mountain Medica. Oh wow, I get more somber music this time. Conquering the ocean. Oh. Okay. Their interlude contains developments. Strange village that exudes an odd air. Realize just how little you have the slightest idea just how little that narrows it down. Oh, the two of the cards flipped over for the title.
So much fun.
Or how much more of it's gonna flip over by the time we end this game.
A similar reaction from Melanie. Sure, Melanie croaks. her face a sickly shade of green. The custom supplement has worn off completely.
Or did she just puke it all out?
Ridis turns to you and carries on, oblivious. Wasn't that just the greatest?
Ha, wow. Ooh, I like this.
You, however, are a bit worn out, as your mid-voyage teasing of Melanie prompted her to wring you like a rag.
Ah, okay. Okay, this is a fun little touch. Super worn out. Like our protag's aged 1,000 years on this voyage.
Your first order of business should be a sweep of the island to ascertain the dragon's whereabouts. Tread carefully, as danger lies in the unknown.
It's just a subtle warning if we go off path.
A road stretches west from the docks, suggesting the presence of a house or settlement at the other end.
If we go off path, are we gonna meet some really dangerous folks? Alright, it wants us to go west. See what this map looks like. Ooh, wow. I don't like the look of this setup here. But the rest of it looks like an area. So let's uncover some of this fog of cards.
You take the lead, taking in the island's scenery. It all looks unsettlingly familiar to you.
Alright, now we wonder if they just pulled out a new card or if really retouched it a whole lot.
A white hot streak of pain shoots through your head, feeling as though your skull will split in two. You grab your head as if holding it together and drop to your knees.
Now it's starting to get a little weird.
The searing
interesting.
pain erases any hope of recalling the memory that felt primed to return to you.
Oh, it's probably like some sort of magical mind block.
Beads of sweat are pouring off you now as you struggle to keep your head in one piece. Drink this, Bruno insists, offering you a bottle of headache curative.
Oh, I hope that's more custom supplement. I think the protag could use some of it.
You greedily drink it down, desperate for relief. The pain begins to ebb, and you hurriedly resolve to press on.
Or I guess it was just Tylenol. Alright, what's this island have for us? Ooh. Got lots more HP, but still, these don't hit for too much. Although if they struck Melanie, yeah, that would hurt more. Let's see what AoE does. Even without the crit, that was a pretty big one. I'm gonna wipe out the shrooms. Shrooms in RPGs usually have some sort of status ailments they put on you. Then again, so do slimes. Can't hold a candle to our tags. And we got treasure. Alright. Those are 3 card want to give us a curative. Okay. See how badly these monsters are gonna own me if I go too far off path. Alright, here it is. A real test. Sorts of looming threats are gonna throw at us. Oh, hopefully I won't get wiped out this battle. Wow. I think mushrooms were capable of stabbing. There we are. So you have a very sharp mushroom. Melanie was the one I'm worried about. But I don't have enough gems to properly heal her. Alright. Have to give a salve to Melanie after this battle. Remember well the wounds you have suffered here. Yeah, I will. Let me think about it. I guess this is where Mars' tanky ability might come in handy, especially since he has that one move that lets him draw aggro. Alright, let me put some Melanie. HP back up. Man, sitting on 10,000 gold pieces. I'm rich, I tell ya. Ah, another enemy.
Don't hold back.
Definitely won't. Especially if since there's only 2 of them. Yeah, I'll do Eulogy. Wide heal, do some good, since there's only 2 of them. I don't know if lightning will be as useful. If they both go after Melanie, then not enough to take them out. Uh-oh. Ah. Have a anti-poison accessory on our hero man. Why couldn't you crit the first time?
Nice work.
Oh well. Burn him down. Can't wait to burn it to the ground. Dang it. 7 damage is still pittance for hero. If we didn't go after Melanie this time. Ah, there we go. First fruits of our labors. Spear elixir. Always take a revive. Event.
A monster appears, but parts of its body are frozen solid. It's in considerable pain.
Oh no.
You may be able to aid it by administering some defroster. You take pity on the creature and administer some defroster. Its extremities are slightly frostbitten, but it's otherwise no worse for wear. It scampers out of sight.
Yeah, sorry about that silence. Fireworks going off for a moment.
Rout the enemy.
Guess big game happening nearby. I went after the slime this time. It just after imaged me. Right, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Mage. Indignation you with. There's only 2 of you on the other side. Probably save up my gems for a heal on them, or a heal on anyone. They're definitely gonna get hit hard. Oh, especially Melanie. Uh-oh. Poison procs. Oh, well, deadly poison, so it's 2 dice. The 12 at fixed intervals. Right. That card just lost about 90% of its value thanks to that deadly poison attack. Well, probably gonna finish this one off. Yep. Job's done. Good thing ailments don't persist between battles. That always reminds me of Pokemon. With old school Pokemon. The poison ailment was especially harrowing because any Pokemon inflicted with poison would lose 1 HP for every step you take. In the old games, your Pokemon could actually faint from poison damage, the poison ailment out of combat. So it was always a race to get to the Pokemon Center before the poison did it in, or carry a bunch of antidote with you. Thankfully, later games were a lot more merciful, and if your Pokemon were reduced to 1 HP as a result of the poison, it would just fade away. Thankfully. This would be a prime opportunity for a lightning attack, so I'll just save those gems for now. And, oh, right. Forgot Melanie and Hero Man got a full recovery thanks to leveling up. And it's always like one of my favorite video game conventions when a character recovers all their HP and their MP when they level up. A quick reprieve, a brief reprieve, because you don't have to use recovery items on them. And if you happen to time it right, you could get a lot out of that level up recovery. It's real good. I like it. I'll just have Melanie pass so I can have Hero Man heal plus on Melanie. Not like the mushroom will be able to do much with 1 hit anyway. Doesn't matter who they nail. Because it's going to be defeated this turn anyway. Fried mushrooms. Anyone got some cheese to go with it? Not quite sure what sorts of cheese would go well with fried mushrooms. Imagine mozzarella would be one of them, considering that you can have like mushroom pizza, crystal arrow. Probably makes sense that the archer would get all the trick arrows and got the paralyze arrow, ice arrow. At some point she's going to gain a fire arrow, right? It's all mountains. Alright, so I gotta find another part from which to enter that range. If I can enter it at all. It just might be that I can't get... maybe not. Oh. In case we press on. Continue to fight. Oh boy, I pity this poor slime. It's going to get annihilated. Ah, why couldn't I get the paralysis proc? Not that it matters. It's gonna evaporate it. Yep, just like that. Slime. No, actually, I shouldn't say that. No, that's not a good joke. Not a good joke for this game. We just spent like we just spent a chapter. Yeah, we had an event happen 2 chapters ago that kind of like, yeah, that's kind of wrong. I do find it interesting. You have a town in which you had monsters and humans living in harmony, and they kind of made a big deal of monsters they have their own lives, and now we're just back to wiping them out en masse. Alright. As long as they don't go after Melanie. Who else was going to provide us with the experience we need to take on our foes? I don't know why I bother with the multi-hits if everyone's just going to end up doing one anyway.
Fortune favors the bold.
Must be some sort of hidden rule that all attacks will deal at least 1 damage. Usually how it goes. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether game's rules is attacks deal a minimum of 1 or attacks can deal no damage. I'm gonna relegate Hero Man to... No one needs healing yet. Just keep on piling on the DPS. We'll have this Fear Rock taken out in another 2 rounds, if things go well. Oh? You're surprised. All our attacks deal 1 damage to this rock. Get it next turn. Next round. Ooh. Wonder if I should have had Ritus use Eulogy instead of Hero Man's heal spell. Uh-oh. Oh man. Use self-destruct. Fear Rock fainted. Because of the self-destruct rule, that means the monster team loses the battle. This volcano. I assume this will be a significant location later. Oh, Lulu Freya. Hello. Thank you for the raid, once again. And once again, playing Voice of Cards. I have advanced to, I think it's chapter 6. Boomba raid again. Yes. Thank you for the raid, as always. We're exploring a new island. Just uncovering all the cards before I get on with the story. I get the feeling I should probably run from this battle, because Taking down 2 fewer rocks is gonna take a long time. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. Succeeds on 2 or greater. On a d6 or... Oh, 2 or greater. I guess the number is gonna change depending on what monsters I face. Whoa! Got 12. Isn't the music nice? Ah, yes. Very, very nice. Very... For lack of a better word, it's the kind of music I would expect to hear in a Yoko Taro game.
After
there
a
he
time,
is.
you happen upon a village. This place, you mutter unconsciously.
This place, this place. Definitely got that sweeping orchestral feel to it, and really haunting vocals. Mark softly, but doesn't quite sound himself.
Perhaps he is as anxious as you are about this place. You two okay? Melanie asks. You open your mouth to reply.
I was playing too. Hopefully I will beat on Sunday. Ah. Yes. Oh. Good luck with that. If I remember correctly, you were further than me, so that is still the case. Right now, we're at a place where our hero man is acting pretty weird.
Only to notice the
Oh,
ambush
snap.
a moment too late. Repel the monster attack.
Ah, yes, it has been a while since we've had a boss battle. Let's have another one. Real good thing I healed up my party beforehand, although Ridis is not in the best shape. Okay. Last chapter, I only play once a week. Yeah, same here. 3 gems, right out the gate. Okay, so we're starting off on an okay note. Well, clearly, since this guy has 29 attack, I think he's a bigger threat, so probably take him out first. Although, if it turns out this monster can heal, then my priorities are going to change. Ah, I did get the paralysis proc. Maybe this won't be so bad. No. I wanted to grab the Thunderstorm card. Yes, there we go. Just hit him with some righteous indignation. Wait. Are you telling me this fellow with wings? This fellow with wings is resistant to lightning. Well, I mean, it did do lightning attacks on its own as well, so I guess that sort of checks out. Normally, flying electric types tend to just combine out to, like, neutral... Well, that's in Pokemon. Wow, 3 gems again! Well, I know now that Righteous Indignation probably not the best course of action, so... Maybe I'll just, hit this one with a dot. Hit him with poison. Come on, 60%. Ooh! Alright, got the... Better than that.
That was lucky.
Yeah, that was lucky. I agree, narrator. Let's see. Let's keep wailing away on this fella here. You know, I think I probably lucked out this battle. I imagine if I didn't manage to paralyze him, I'd probably be... Our hero man would probably be relegated to healing duties, but since we don't have to worry about that, just go ahead and lightning strike his enemies with extreme prejudice. Oh, we are so close. Uh-oh. All allies land crits. Ah, I like the sound of that. Although I'm gonna have to waste a crit, because I need to take them out. Alright. Get the spell crit as well.
Nice work.
I mean, the card said it was gonna happen. It's not exactly Oh. Defense down on Melanie. Maybe that's that might be a little worrisome. Fortunately, I don't have any defense down curing items on me. Should be fine though. 5 to allies attack, sweet. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, I should have. Oh yeah, we're good, we're good. Alright. You gone, space fleas from nowhere. Let us get back to the plot.
Good work.
A wealth of experience. Oh man, swimming in it. Tri-blade. Well. Oh. Village of the Sick. Wow, that's guess there's a reason why this chapter was called Isle of Light. I'm going to explore the rest of the map, if I can.
Let's do this.
Do this. Gonna wipe out this trash mob. This sack of experience and money. Like that, job's done. Bruno leveling up as well. Overpower. Okay. Interesting trade-off. It's like your big, huge damage attack, but if it isn't your coup de grace, Bruno's gonna be weaker for a few turns. I think those kinds of attacks might be more strategic, but I feel like when you put that sort of restriction on it, you might as well just save it for the end, because at least that way you won't have to deal with a disadvantage at all. Not to mention it had a 3 gem cost, so... Dang it. Which I usually reserve for something like Melanie's Thunderstorm. Or the Protag's heals. Ah, good. One time I want a miss to happen. Wow. Archer takes 1. Didn't need the crit, but happy it happened all the same. Boy, when a mushroom hits harder than a lizard person with weapons, not sure what to make of that. Wondering, should I pass so I can perhaps get a heal on Melanie? I think I'll do that. There we go. Even if the mushroom hurts Ridis again, Ridis will still come out there on top with more HP. Oh no, paralysis, but on the bright side, it's not damage. Mushroom for the collection. Not quite sure. I'm not so sure about that game. Maybe for like the final boss battle, I'd probably be right with you, but this random encounter, probably not. Not a fight for the ages. Bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to explode. Oh boy. An aqua rock. Way out of the fight is through it. And if it's just the one rock, it won't be so bad. Okay, good. And 10 HP. That means I'll have it down in 4 rounds at most. should have used indignation. I find it rather interesting that, at least for the enemies, attacks either do damage or they do ailments. I don't think I've seen one do both yet. Or maybe I have and I just don't remember. I know at least random encounters don't have enemies that do damage plus ailment. Again, as far as I remember. Alright. Ah,
Large
no,
boulders
there it is.
block the path before you. Alas, you must turn back.
Oh man, I guess we gotta
Looks
find...
like it's too early to come this way.
Yeah, we need to find the Rock Smash HM first. Alright, so that's how they stop us. I guess this is more mountain range. Yup, more mountain range. Okay. They're saying, no, please. Continue with the story. Yeah, let's enter the village of the sick. Let's see what sort of tragic backstory this place has. Oh, wow.
You are accosted
Oh,
by a man the
jeez.
instant you set foot in the village. Medicine, please, he begs. His eyes are glazed over, and his general demeanor unsettling. Should he really have medicine?
Is this gonna, like, turn into Resident Evil? Give him what he desires? I feel like there's not gonna be much difference no matter which I pick, so
you
let's
give
do
him
it.
a glimpse of the medicine. Nothing in this life is free, you sneer.
Are you for real? For real, my good man? Come on. I mean, it's, like, perfectly within his personality, still.
Your callousness is swiftly punished as the medicine slips from your grasp and clatters to the ground.
Ah, alright. Karma.
The man runs off to who knows where, making noises that can only be described as inhuman.
So, I guess they're not saying they're zombies,
You
but...
and the party resolve to continue exploring the village, despite the unsettling encounter that just occurred.
Very reason why there's,
Something
like...
is askew in this village. It would be best to proceed with caution until you can determine what is happening.
Cannot use the jump feature here. Yeah, that makes sense. Read carefully. So, am I to assume that perhaps these people cards probably gonna contain like encounters? Is that what's gonna happen? Also fitting that instead of like brick paths or something like that, we have these rather unsettling looking overgrown grass cards surrounding the town. Oh, one step at a time. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what's in here.
The man glares at you, clutching tight to countless medicine bottles in his hands. He insists that they all belong to him and refuses to share them with anyone.
Guessing there's gonna be like a really big irony that this place is called Mount Medica, supposedly research medicine, and I guess all these people here are like super sick. Wow, man. You have fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked man's flip side story. I expect Voice of Cards to get like super philosophical here. Alright, let's find out the story of man. The real monster is man. Alright. That one. That's it? Man, okay. He was a sickly child who spent his days gazing out the window, longing to run and play with the others. If he could just do that, taking the bitterest medicine was cake. The boy grew up to see his wish come true. He now runs around all day to nowhere in particular, screaming nonsense as he goes. How unfortunate. Alright. My guess is they are doing research and they decided to turn everyone in this town into... the researchers have turned everyone in this town into their guinea pigs.
Another villager approaches
boy.
you. Though his speech is slurred, the demand remains the same. Medicine. This villager is also behaving strangely. Will you acquiesce to his request?
Why, yes, I think I will acquiesce. I mean, it's probably gonna happen anyway, so why not?
Ritis briefly reveals the medicine under her cloak. Nothing in life is free, she says, clearly mocking your earlier blunder.
Is the medicine also gonna spill out of her hand? Let's find out.
Her fun is short-lived, as she too loses her
Yep.
grip on the
Yep,
medicine.
there it is.
Karma is cruel and indiscriminate.
Yeah.
You could not help but notice the groans of medicine, sweet medicine, as he fled.
Okay.
Something's not right in this village, Bruno mutters, clearly worried.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying what we're all thinking. 100G will get you wherever you're headed. You just get the heck out of here, but let's not do that.
You hear a panicked cry up the road. Stay with me. Focus on me. That can't be good.
Yeah. This whole village so far has been, that can't be good. We'll find out what this fella's deal is.
The old man sighs, saying he lost both his son and grandson to the medicine. Not wanting to be the only one left behind, he
Oh
lifts
my
the
God.
bottle in his hand to his lips and gulps it down.
Aged man's flip side story. Alright. See what his deal is. Well, would you look at that, the old man calls to his wife. Come look at all these butterflies flying around me. They're beautiful. Alright, I'm guessing this is all in his head. He smiles so widely his eyes narrow. Torn butterfly wings and legs spill out from gaps between his teeth. Alright, I'm guessing, okay, so maybe they're not zombies. They're more like, this medicine is, a pretty thinly veiled metaphor for,
You ask the villager about the dragon. The headman can help you if you're in some trouble, she retorts, doubling over to empty the contents of her stomach onto the street.
Alright, so I'm to assume, I guess, that this medicine has...
Dozens of empty medicine bottles litter the ground in front of this woman.
Alright, so... not real subtle.
This cursed island is separated from the rest of the world, she mutters from the ground. I heard that outsiders call this place Mount Medica, she remarks, then throws the empty bottle in her hand to the roadside.
I'm beginning to think that this name might be ironic. Really, you're not gonna give a aged old woman a flip side story. Speaking of flip side stories, let's find out what flip side story is. Woman. The loss of her family took her to the brink of ending her own life, and she heard about an island where anyone could find happiness. No one on the island had any worries. They hadn't the intellect to worry in the first place. In time, neither did she, and days bled into one blissful blur. This all reminds me of a particular loyalty quest in Mass Effect 2. It was kind of like this. In that one, it was like a bunch of people got stranded on a planet, and they were forced to eat like some vegetation on it that unfortunately kind of inhibited their what do we say, thinking, and eventually find out that this was all the cause of like one real big jerk, and could choose to resolve it one way or another, but it all usually ends with the ringleader getting his just desserts.
You hail the villager, only to receive a blunt, "Go bother the village headman with your chatter" in return. The
Right.
villager turns to face the wall once more, and smacks his head against it repeatedly. His forehead is soon covered in blood.
Scripters like these make me glad this is mostly text. Is it the headman of the village of the sick to see what new information might be? Fortunately, I wonder if he's like as far gone as the inhabitants are. Up. See who our
You arrive on the scene to
our
find
silhouetted
a man
fella is here.
collapsed in the street, convulsing. Another man kneels over him in an apparent attempt to provide comfort and care. The nobleman wears impressive white armor befitting a knight.
Every
Continues
order full.
talking to the fallen man as he provides emergency care.
Oh, if he's providing emergency care, maybe he's not.
Seeing the knight's devotion makes you feel a bit like a putz for doing nothing.
You know what they say about too many cooks. What will you do? Save that custom supplement for us and
The
give some
villager is
medicine.
in quite a state. In a rare move, you volunteer some medicine with no strings attached.
Wow, third time's the charm, I guess.
He'll have none of that, the knight barks, stopping you cold.
That also checks out.
The villager is now clawing at his own face with his fingernails, crying out for medicine.
Yeah.
Blood, as black as tar, begins oozing out of his eyes, ears, and mouth.
Jeez.
It
Jeez.
proceeds to leak from every orifice imaginable.
Ain't frick. It's all just in text.
The convulsions subside. Within moments, the villager lies still.
In other words, dead.
A horrific thought makes itself known. This is the first time you have witnessed the death of a fellow man.
Gee, just to make sure, it hits in for ya. Red text.
Even in a world where medicines and elixirs can cure most any ailment, none are safe from death's icy grip.
Gee, we're getting a little introspective.
And as well you know, that which is dead can never return.
That was actually a pretty good metaphor for death right there. Rip that card in half.
Your mind goes blank. You drop to your knees in shock.
Yeah, killing all those other monsters, witnessing the death of a slime that was very near and dear to another person. Not that impactful, but death of a fellow humanoid. Guess it hits closer to.
Melanie clamps her hand to her mouth, stifling a scream. Ridis shakes uncontrollably.
Bruno do.
The knight hangs his head. Bruno nervously asks, "What are you doing here?" The knight's name is Sherwin. He identifies himself as a member of the Ivory Order.
Like traveling with another fellow named Williams, or if his last name is perhaps Williams.
His travels brought him to this village, where he has been caring for the ailing residents. His face contorts in disgust. If not for these foul drugs, they would be healed. He spits and takes his leave.
Yeah, there it is.
Bruno gazes upon the villager's corpse with a look of apparent realization.
Well, I guess we're back to walking. So the objective is still see the headmaster.
A man approaches you as you wander through the village. "Spare a bit of medicine?" he asks genially.
Wait, no. Have you seen everyone else in this
He
village,
sets
my
about
good fella?
convincing you that your kindness will be returned tenfold if you just give him a little from your pack. His silver tongue would put even the best salesman to shame. You reach for a bottle of medicine, completely taken in by his pitch. Bruno stills your hand. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Man. Only had like a Bruno in my life. Where every time some smooth talker came up to me and really pushed their wares on me, I might be in a different place. But wait, I have to wonder. Does this racketeer have a mysterious card waiting for me if I give him medicine? Well, the other choice is listen to the villager a little more, so...
Why do you want it so badly, you ask? Affording him another opening. He gladly takes it.
Then again,
He first
smooth
came
talker.
in contact with it as a child.
His parents paid him no mind.
Okay, so this is where... Yeah. Okay.
And never since forgot its wonderful taste.
Really?
You are fully invested in this story, and desperate to give the man some small comfort in this cruel world. You're primed and ready to hand it over.
At least 90% of that story really didn't have much to do with the medicine. It was just the association with the girl's gift, and you know, the medicine was right beside it, and boy, it's not a real good association.
I've heard better sob stories, Melanie says dryly, having somehow absorbed the man's story, despite the blistering speed at which he delivered it.
Oh, yeah.
Bruno thinks you'd better not, but you're not so sure.
Or maybe our mysterious card will come from our allies once we turn this man down. So, clearly we already see medicine is bad news in this village, so I'm thinking I should probably decline.
You heed Bruno's warning and return the medicine to your pack.
I mean, this guy's got a pretty lame excuse for wanting it anyway.
The man's shoulders droop, and he shuffles off out of sight.
Yep, and just like any good sales hawker, once they realize their mark isn't gonna give them what they want, they just walk away, find themselves a new target. Maybe someone else who will gladly buy into whatever pitch they got for them.
He appears to have dropped something peculiar in his haste.
Hold on now. This is our mysterious card. Number 8. I don't believe... I have 7? Remember if I have 7 or not. Let's see, is it key items? Yeah, I'm missing number 7. I'm guessing number 7 probably deals with that other side quest which had the divergence point.
You had best get out of here quick, she cautions you.
Ah, okay.
If you stay here, then you too will, she begins, then suddenly starts cackling.
Well, just when you thought maybe, just maybe, someone got out of it okay, turns out, nope. Oh boy, I wonder, let's see what sort of justification this inn will have for making our stays free.
You must fancy yourself quite the eccentric coming here, the innkeeper drones, as if incensed by your very presence.
Yeah.
Stay if you want to stay, the innkeeper continues, utterly disinterested in even attempting to sell you on a room.
Boy, this innkeeper probably been here long enough to see this village go to crap. Does not give a care anymore. It's not like the residents are gonna give him any money. Party lives in feeling rested. Probably the most untrue statement I've seen this stream. Let's see what the armor's got for us. equipment can I get for my party? Enough money to get everyone weapons, although I'll probably just get them for... Well, I should probably pick up armor first. Because... Especially from Melanie, she's been getting hit pretty hard with attacks. Can at least mitigate some of that damage for her. Warrior's mail. Why I would want to... Oh, I see. Okay, Hero Man can't equip the mail, but he can equip the Dark Mail. Would, you know, probably makes sense that this village would be selling Dark Mail, considering else that's been happening to it. Alright. And gets himself some fancy suit of armor. Give Ridis the Warrior's Mail. Hopefully that rib cage isn't gonna poke into her too badly. So yeah, I have 6,000. That should be enough to... Actually, it should be enough to get everyone shiny new weapons. So, I guess... Give Melanie a staff. Give this a staff, or the bow. It's been a while since I've updated her, so might as well now. I don't know if we're gonna run into something. I get the feeling that we might. That'd be all. Yeah, that'll be all. Move on. Let's see if Sherwin has anything new to say down
You
here.
approach Sherwin, who is caring for another villager. Is every day like this? You inquire. According to the knight, an elderly man living just outside the village is typically the one who looks after its residents.
One who managed to get away from the madness.
You'd be best served asking him all your questions, Sherwin says as he returns to his patient.
Okay. Guessing that's up here, the alert. Huh. Can't step on the unsettling cards. I'm gonna check out this abandoned house. Let's see what's in here.
There isn't a soul about. The house is surely abandoned.
How much you willing to bet this probably like contains a door to a secret laboratory or something like that? Gonna go ahead and save for now. I get the feeling that we might be in for some hard times.
You knock lightly on the door. An elderly man opens it, beaming at you. He announces himself as Selfor and beckons you inside. Might
Selfor,
he
huh?
be the headman you've heard so much about?
Yeah.
Ask me anything you like, he offers. Selfor receives your party, for whatever reason, rather graciously.
Building is called the Elder's House.
He could well be a font of knowledge. What will you ask him?
Yeah, I got 2 questions. 1, what the hell? And 2, why? You know what? I feel like this is a good opener here. You the
You
headman?
ask if he is the one in charge of the village. It's true that the villagers call him their headman, but I feel compelled to correct the record and state that my official title is overseer.
Yeah. All signs point to this guy being part of their little nefarious research group that is poisoning all the villagers. Why does this place feel
You
off?
make mention of the village's eccentricities.
Yeah, why are you also addicted to
Self
medicine?
informs you that the island indeed suffers from an extreme shortage of medicine.
Feeling
He apologizes for the villagers' incivility. Consider it the price to pay for making the world a better place, he adds nonsensically.
statement is gonna come back to become more enraging later. I'm sure of it.
You ask if he has seen the dragon.
Dragon? Who cares about the dragon? We got science to progress!
Why, yes, he says. He returned to this island just the other day.
Or we could go with that.
Oh, but don't worry, he continues. He hasn't caused us too much trouble. Needless to say, this does not comport with your understanding of the dragon.
Comport. I'm guessing that means like it aligns or tracks, something like that.
You notice Melanie lift an eyebrow at his use of the word returned.
Good catch.
At any rate, the dragon's presence on the island is confirmed. You quietly celebrate the first credible lead you've yet received.
Yeah.
Your questions satisfactorily answered. You thank Cell4 and turn to leave.
Okay, is this the part where he offers us some medicine or like hits us with like a plague bomb or something like that?
He asks you to stop. We have yet to discuss the terms of your living here, he declares.
Yeah, hold on. I didn't agree to this. There we go. I ain't putting down roots here. Yeah, let's go with this. I have to go after the dragon.
You explain that you are only here to pursue the dragon and have no intention to stay.
Alright, he's gonna bring out the knockout gas, I'm sure of it.
Cell4 begs your forgiveness for thinking you were newcomers.
It's all front. It's all a front. Come on, where's
It's
our...
perfectly understandable, though. What with the non-match among you, he says with a sneer.
Oh, you. Oh, you. Is this what you call... This is what we're doing here, like, it's like human premises going on here.
What does he mean by that? Melanie asks you, unable to grasp the old man's intentions.
Music's faded out. That means, you know, some big's gonna go down. See some stuff's about to pop off here.
For reasons unknown, you feel the blood drain from your face. Your breathing grows ragged and you break out in a sweat.
Or maybe the plague has been all around, is starting to take hold in our hero.
We're done here, you say defiantly, as you storm out of the house.
Or no, maybe it was my first thought that fella here. Such a word. Talk about Mar. Considering our hero man beat the crap out of the last person who tried to lay a hand on Mar. Probably exercising
Mar runs after you, chirping frantically.
exercising a bit more restraint.
Melanie and the others give chase, but you and Mar are well out of sight by the time they make it outside.
Hey, what?
The two can't have gone far, though. It may be best to first search the village.
Yeah, okay. I can move using the jump ability. Can no longer open the menu. Yes, because the main character isn't around anymore. This would be an interesting twist, though, if we had to go about the rest of the game, or at least part of it, using just the 3 members we have. But no. It's time for ourselves
Melanie and company find you standing in front of a house.
a dramatic moment
She
incoming.
can't quite make it out, but it sounds as though you're saying to Mar, this place is...
This place is, I'm assuming, gonna end that with, this place is my house.
Melanie calls out to you, prompting you to blurt out, sorry, just had a bad stomach ache back there, in your characteristically glib manner.
I'm gonna assume they're not buying it. Mar chirps skeptically. Yep. Oh, okay. Now we're like deciding dialogue for Melanie. Okay. I shouldn't have worried. Are you sure? I'm not even gonna tug on the card. I'm just gonna go with this. Surveys you both and sees two haggard travelers. I don't know why, but now we're gonna go with this.
She surveys you both and sees two haggard travelers unwilling to admit they're in need. Are you sure you're all right? She asks, concerned.
Hint, hint. Wink, wink.
Fine, absolutely fine, you tell her, perhaps too eagerly.
And suddenly my chemical romance just appears out of nowhere.
So
I'm
you were worried
not
about me. You should
okay.
have. No, I wasn't, she replies, her face reddening.
Melanie's gotten soon on us. Can once again open the menu. Finish your investigation of the village of the sick. I mean, I already ascertained. Alright, this is
You
probably
spot a familiar-looking mage on the
what's
village
your name?
streets.
Winifred?
Winifred takes
Yeah.
no notice of you and ducks into the apothecary.
Probably beat up the apothecary and take all the
So,
medicine.
The Ivory Order buys their medicine just like everybody else, you muse to yourself as you prick up your ears and listen carefully.
New objective. Spy on Winifred.
Winifred and the apothecary speak in hushed tones. You'd guess it's an order for special medicine, but you can't make it out.
Need to guess. Plot twist. Ivory Order is in on this.
Alas, she's just buying the usual stuff. Nothing remotely interesting about that. Though her presence suggests that other members of the Order might also be in
There's
town.
a usual assortment of salves and curatives, I guess.
With no desire to run into them, you make yourself scarce before she catches sight of you.
But that tracks. What's the word they used earlier? I forget it already. Oh, there they are. The rest of the order. Blocking our way out. Alright, let's go to the mandatory event.
You spy the very people you were hoping to avoid, gathered near the village gate.
Oh man, it's too bad the rest of this village is covered in untraversable cards.
The last thing we need is a confrontation, you mutter, spying them from the shadows.
It's now turned into Metal Gear Solid.
Why are we always hiding? Melanie hisses under her breath.
Hiding from them, I'm assuming that's the implicit end of that statement.
Two members of the Order are speaking with Sherwin.
Yeah, we like a spray can of navy blue and a spray can of yellow.
Given how deferential they appear to be acting toward him, you hazard a guess that he's their superior.
That's so.
Have you determined the dragon's location? Sherwin asks. Hedwin launches into his report. The dragon appears to be occupying the volcano. I suggest we move to capture him immediately, he counsels.
Or a lot of people would be.
Now who should appear but Winifred,
in on that?
fresh from her shopping excursion.
Really, did they go make Winifred shop?
Preparations for our journey into the volcano are complete, she reports, handing Sherwin a bottle of something.
It's probably like cooling potion.
Splendid. Sherwin walks off and out of sight, the other three following close behind.
It's either that or spray paint. I'm not sure which.
Lucky for you, your hastily improvised hiding spot afforded you valuable information on the dragon.
I think about it. We probably could have, like, not visited the Elder and just hung around the entrance, and
Yet their conversation raised as many questions as it answered.
that would have been fine. But we get to the. Oh, I already know about that. What about that medicine bottle? Capture the dragon.
There was talk of capturing the dragon.
Yes, there was.
Melanie picked up on the incongruity as well. The queen ordered the dragon killed, she reminds you.
Yes, very true. About that medicine bottle.
The medicine bottle Sherwin received is probably related to their journey into the volcano somehow.
It's probably cooling potion.
Bruno recalls seeing a bottle much like it once before. He says it contains flash freeze, which can chill most anything.
That's a good thing our fellow Bruno here knows about
Maybe
his...
that's what Winifred bought
liquids.
at the apothecary, Bruno continues.
Yeah, maybe it is. Now, how do we get to the volcano? Narratively, or at least practically, doesn't make sense for us because we already know how,
You
but...
know that the dragon is lurking in the volcano, but you haven't a clue how to get from
For
here
the sake of
to
narrative,
there.
we'll just assume these guys went straight to the town and did not go exploring.
Isn't it that mountain with all the smoke pouring out of it? Ritus asks, pointing westward. Why, yes. That sure does look rather like a volcano.
I wonder how you could have missed seeing that mountain with the smoke pouring out of it.
You narrow your eyes. You three have no right being this helpful, you think?
Why not?
Mar pinches your cheeks without warning. You yelp in pain, which at the very least crosses dreaming off the list of explanations.
Huh.
Returning to the matter at hand, it's clear what must be done. You'll have to get your hands on some flash freeze if you hope to enter the volcano.
Right. Our cooling potion. It's a good thing we're not going into a blizzard area.
Happen to have any flash freeze for sale? You cheerily ask the apothecary.
Aw, tough luck. We just sold our last bottle not too long ago.
She flashes a wry smile. How do you steady the roiling magma's flow? She asks cryptically.
Man, what is this stack? Oh, they did say it was cryptic, so...
The meaning behind the question is utterly lost on you. She needs a password, Melanie mutters over your shoulder.
Oh. Wow. So one time Hero Man and I were on the same wavelength. Completely missed context.
The answer, then, would be the password. So, how do you steady the roiling magma's flow?
I'm guessing the proper answer card's not going to be with us. Special medicine. Guess flowing water? Ha, Old woman rolls her eyes. Yes, you'd think so. Well, I guess this is where tugging on that card might actually be useful. Oh.
She mutters softly. Alas, no.
You faked me out, game. You faked me out. Well played.
She pulls out her wares, but what you need is not among them. Your password merely granted you entry to the apothecary.
We didn't get our super special password. Fortunately, running up on the item limit here, so I don't know if I'm gonna buy anymore. That'd be all. Yep, we're out. Get ourselves a dialogue scene. Or... okay. Or some flash free. Okay, let me just like came back here again. Cold ice.
Ah, yes, you'd think so, she says, as if turning the answer over in her mind. But you'd be wrong.
It's cold as ice. Janine's not. And blah, blah. Know how this ends, so. Yeah, that's all. I think that checks out. Guessing we need another trigger.
The old woman rolls her eyes, suddenly looking defeated. How did you know the answer? Did someone tell you? She mutters bitterly.
Wow. Of course it is. One answer that doesn't make sense happens to be the one that advances the plot. There we are, the flash freeze. Never mind that we completely failed the first two times. Yeah, no, it's apothecary. Just accept us the third time. But yeah, let's go with this one flash free. So it's not taking up space in our items owned, our inventory, so I'm probably
You've
only need one
managed
of
to
it.
crack the code, and a bottle of flash freeze is yours. At last, you are ready to enter the volcano.
I'm wondering if they intended for us to brute force
You've
that,
got a long road ahead of you, so you had best.
or if there's like perhaps some sort of context clue we could have picked up on. Also, thanks GM for hinting I should probably do a save and maybe prepare some stuff too. That said, I already bought equipment, so good on that end. Save 7 slots for anything I might pick up out there. So gonna save. Give this town of thinly veiled metaphors and move on with the story. Well, I hope there is some way we can like perhaps come back and at least solve the problems somehow. Let's enter volcano.
The heat of the volcano engulfs you the moment you set foot inside.
Everyone is burned to cinders. Roll credits.
Of course, the dragon is hiding out here. Guess it's as good a place as any to corner him. You reason with yourself, trying to keep your spirits up.
Yes. Volcanoes and dragons. Name a more iconic duo. Jump's not restricted. Okay. Guessing we're gonna step on here and it'll tell us the special mechanic. Using flash freeze to turn these lava
Crossing
cards
this river of
into
lava won't be
ground
easy.
cards. Do you know a way to cross? I do. Let's just use that flash freeze.
Here's how you cross a lava river. Bam. You open the bottle of flash freeze and pour some into the raging river of lava. The lava instantly hardens, forming a bridge of rock.
Lava stream flows usually don't rage. At least all the videos I've seen, they're like pretty slow to move. Also, it's classic video game rules about lava. As long as you're not stepping in it, you're okay. Or this is going to be a case of I'm going to have to return to the village several
About
times
the
to
enemy.
get more flash freeze. I hope those flash freezes aren't like one-time use items. I should probably give Ridis, should swap out Ridis' skill. Maybe give her crystal air. Our levels up. New skills, no new abilities, just some stats. I think I want to swap out one of Ridis' skills. Oh. Kano probably don't need. Okay, we'll swap this out for double proof 2. Did I swap it out? Or is that just like automatically applied? Okay, skills is what I wanted. And swap out shockwave with crystal arrow. Okay. Yeah, we'll is skills. Although, when I think about it, maybe I should swap out the spinning ray for tri-blade. Usually I want him to single target damage, so save that for the off chance that only one don't need Melanie's lightning storm to fry that one to a crisp. Boy, I think there's something good up here. Give me a chest. Right, chest. How this works.
Don't hold back.
Never do. Ah, no freeze proc. This time, I can defeat the slime before it can act. Ah, good. Slime's dead. Deal with this big chalupa here. This big fella. So we'll whittle it down the best way we can. Good thing I got armor. A little harder without the armor. Not that we needed the crit, but got the crit. Moving along. Oh, stairs. Wow. All this over here then. I like how the lava cards stretch out a little bit, kind of give you the feeling that you can't see much beyond a certain point, aside from the river of lava. Not cooking you to death even though you're right next to it. Uh-oh. Ooh, for the water damage. This is real fortunate. Although it probably won't matter, because... I don't think... Okay, maybe it will. We'll be able to do enough damage to at least take out one slime. Or not. As long as it doesn't do any funny business, like try to do any burn attacks, I should be okay. Go back to freeze. Now the freeze procs. Not that it matters, because it's gonna die next turn anyway. This will just loose an arrow. Straight into the core. Suddenly it collapses into a puddle on the ground. Okay. Oh, there it is. There's our chest. Have to get past the chest guardians.
About the enemy.
The single slime guarding the chest. We are. Spoils of battle are ours. What's in it? A bind stay ring. Protects against seal. Ah. Too bad I already have that ring. It might come in handy if I face off against the enemy. I get the feeling that I might put that on Ridis. Or maybe I should put that on Hero Man, because he has the healing skill. Ooh. We'll get ourselves a smoke effect. Like out it's a volcano first floor. I think that this volcano is actually a complex building. You see the receptionist area. Chest. Suit stone. don't know if that will come. Up.
A jet
There it
of
is.
lava erupts from the ground before you. You escape injury by the skin of your teeth, but the path ahead is now blocked.
I'll have to go back and get more flash freeze. Of course. Wow, now we're facing off against a red fluff ball. Ah, no frozen proc. Dang it. At least we can defeat the slime before it can act. I feel like after a certain point, boy, you're gonna regret not actually trying to hurt us. Oh, I used to die. Oh. Oh, we did get the crit. And it's gonna end up... It was gonna get nuked by the freeze anyway. Didn't need the ice proc or anything. It's gonna fall. That's a buff wasted. For them. Molten slime, that's what it's called. I'll do the shuffle to uncover a bunch of cards all at once. Chest on the path. Alright, who's our chest guardians
About
this
the
time?
enemy.
2 molten slimes. Yep, we're good. We're good. The ice proc. Not that it matters. It's gonna fall without the freeze or not. It's the freeze or without. Putting into a nice rhythm here. He freezes, Rita shoots arrows, and Hero Man just does whatever. Was talking about attacks that either do effects or deal damage, and I just got one right from the monster side.
That was lucky.
They do exist. Don't want to hold off anymore. Just defeat it where it stands. Good warrior wastes no time. Yeah. I bet you're speaking to the wrong person. This is the fella who will gladly uncover as much of the world map as they can before coming back in to advance the plot. Yeah, maybe this detour isn't so bad. At least it lets me get the chests, get experience, get a little money. So far,
Don't
these
hold
mobs aren't. Wow, Ridis goes first. Interesting. Alright, Crystal Arrow. How much damage does this do? A lot.
Nice
The
work.
answer is a lot. Whereas on the flip side, Melanie doesn't have spells. Hopefully Wind will at least do normal damage to it. Ow. More than normal. Could have probably one-shot the molten slime by itself. And you'll just cut the red fluff ball here. This will crystal arrow it. Crystal arrowed. Boy, we sure got into solar plexus. A clue. No, it's just an item. use a Supreme Salve, actually. Good stuff. Wonder if I had like an extra flash freeze on me, would I have been able to reopen the pathway? Or would I have just been geysered? I wonder if this is going to be like a recurring thing in this dungeon. We tried to go on the path, it closes off, and had we brought more flash freeze with us, we could have taken the short path. I feel like with things like these, you usually don't want to take the short path. You don't want to explore every area you can because you never know whether that offbeat path might have something good for you. We'll save the heal plus for now. No one's hurt enough, I don't think.
Nice work.
We're using it. I think Ridis will be hurt enough now to justify using. Pass. Have to pass twice. See, this is where I start getting perhaps a bit too cautious, because definitely gonna try to hold off using gems until I can skip Rit's On the other hand, I have salves for this purpose, so I might as well use one. I have 4 quality salves. They're not gonna do anything else. And on the bright side, it'll also free up an inventory space, so I can perhaps not waste more items if I happen across them. Alright, gonna go to the next floor. Second floor of the volcano. Now entering level 2. On this floor, magma. Hot air, lots of smoke. It's gonna make your eyes sting.
You can't help but chant, "It's hot, so hot," every couple of steps, as if conjuring a spell.
Hope someone else tells this guy to shut his yap.
You're just wasting energy, Melanie chides. Perhaps you could stand to learn a thing or two from her rational approach.
And yeah, speaking takes energy.
Bruno seizes on the moment. "Yeah, this isn't even worth whining over," he says, flexing at you.
I mean, at least he's not sweating in his clothes.
"It is way too hot for this," Melanie screams, forgetting her own advice.
On the other hand, she probably has every reason to be whining, because not only because he's also wearing black, and that's like a big heat retainer. There we go. Interlude done. Now back to the map action. What does this place look like? Wow, a big circular loop. If I had to hazard a guess, stairs to the next floor is probably over there, so I'm gonna go this way. Enemy time. Open up the enemy and see what's inside. Experience, money,
Don't hold back.
and possibly an item. Oh no. Have a turtle on our hands. I will loose arrow. Have Melanie. Oh, for crying out. Freeze proc. Nope, no freeze proc. Hero Man can deal a death blow. I feel like I'm getting a lot more misses than usual tonight. Okay. Cards afflicted with element, resist down, take 5 extra damage from attacks of the specified element. Well, that doesn't... I don't think I have any... resistance cleansers. I should have brought one with me. Cured. take out. I should probably save some gems. Heal spell. Combo of Melanie. Ritis. To take out slime, so only our magma. So only Torkoal can now deal some damage to Ritis. Hopefully, whatever it does, hurt her early. Yeah, might as well heal her now, just in case. This attack happens to be
That was lucky.
really bad. Here. Well, and AI enemies. I guess I should just be glad that Torkoal did not go after Ritis. Arrow. Because we can save our gems from freeze. Now everybody clap your hands. Pull that for 19 damage. Pass. Waste, yeah, don't want to waste double damage. Also, since it's frozen, can't take an action, so means I can continue rolling away on it with reckless abandon. Oh wow. A lot more damaging. The crystal arrow is pretty good. It's Melanie's attack that makes it good. Attack as Ritis has as much attack as Melanie. Whoa. Alright, let's find out his story.
Just as you're about to faint from the oppressive heat, a heroic voice calls out to you. You turn and watch with wide eyes as beads of sweat glisten over his muscular body, only snapping out of your reverie when he asks if you're okay.
And My Chemical Romance comes out of nowhere. I'm not.
According to the man, conditions will only worsen from here on out. He offers to lend you a comfy sleeping mat and blanket to rest with before continuing your journey.
Really? Take a rest. I guess this is all like our one-time healing spot, our one-time in within this dungeon. You're beat up, then go here, recover your HP. You know what? We may as well. I don't think we're gonna be returning to this place anyway, so.
Your party is fully recovered, but now your body reeks of sweat.
Suddenly everyone gains the drenched ailment.
Thank the man before heading on your way.
Or is he just always going to be there if we need like an inn-like place to rest? Just go back to him.
Would you like to use my sleeping mat? He offers kindly.
Yeah. And yeah, wow, doesn't give a care in the world that other people are sweating like dogs on it. So I guess if you're out in the wild, there's certain things that you probably have to take.
Let's do this.
Uh-oh. Melanie, why can't you have an AoE water attack? Nice. Okay, I can take out one horse per turn. Got flame breath. It's fairly hard. A lot more fearsome if damage. Alright. Oh. Freeze. One of Ritis' attack. And oh, are you kidding me? One time I needed spell to proc. Enough damage, but at least it's frozen. Deal with with one attack this round instead of two. That.
That was lucky.
Yeah, it was lucky. Other monster misses out because it's frozen. Thawed meat. Well, sometimes you gotta take what you can get, right? Hit the big 2-0. Nothing special to show for it. Pyro wolf. So it's not a horse, it's a wolf. Okay, yeah. Down here and
A wave of lava
Oh.
rushes past
Oh.
you, leaving a pile of boulders in its wake. You take a fortunate but ungainly fall backwards, but sadly you must find another route now.
so if I had approached it from the other end, probably would have gotten that. So I decided to take the long path. Play there instead. Very well. Uh-oh. No. Wow.
And fight.
Cards afflicted with seal cannot use skills that cost gems. That means Melanie is our only source of it's a really good, it's a good thing I got that bind stay ring on her. I'll say that much. So this also means I can't heal anyone, but probably won't matter too much since we already took out the slime. I wonder if I should give Gridis a bind stay ring. So I also kind of like how the seal is represented by a seal. That's very fitting. All it's missing is an address label. Although really, if you see someone transporting cards like this, I wouldn't exactly trust them. Because every time I buy a card and get it shipped to me, usually stick it like between two strips of cardboard, and then they usually wrap that in bubble tape. They put all that in a bubble envelope usually. And then maybe then they might put that in a larger bubble envelope. Certainly wouldn't trust anyone that just wraps some parchment around the card, sticks a wax seal on it, calls it a day. What if it rains? Like, that card's gonna be ruined. You know, you got cards that look like this, and it's got all the fancy decorations. Definitely don't want that thing. Oh. 0 elements. Our our almighty attack. 5 gems, attack plus 30 damage. It's hard, but you're gonna end up saving for a long time to get it off. By that time, you're probably better off just using a lesser attack anyway. Marine suit. Breastplate only the strong may don. From the way it looks, I'm assuming this is a Ridis/Bruno item. Yep, I thought. Right. Yes, we'll get the warriors out. Give her the bind stay ring as well. Since they use their abilities the most. Should have bought a 3rd ring for Hero Man. Oh, I can jump, so if I really need to, I can just get back out there. Alright. Guessing our exit is here. Okay, so our cutoff will probably be over here, and we'll probably have to take this path to get to where we need to go. So let's explore this side first. There it is.
The rocks give way to a rush of lava. You just barely manage not to fall in. Time to find an alternate route.
Unfortunately for this one, looks like we would have needed a lot more flash freeze to get across, but not gonna just gonna explore this route, get the supplies from the side path. Any good video game exploration usually nets you some extra stuff. A whole host of fire monsters just waiting to get roasted to a crisp. Or actually no, they're just waiting to be extinguished. Yeah, there we go. That's the turn of phrase I want to use. We're gonna put their flame out. Starve them of oxygen.
Excellent.
Gonna quell the we're gonna quell the fire. Rain all over their parade. We're gonna cause a splash. Yeah, I think I'm good. Crystal arrow for the double damage, baby. Saying, actually, no, that's all that extra damage was probably necessary for the next turn. Kill. Oh no, drain. The other funny thing about RPGs, the amount they can heal is usually much less to what you can heal. I mean, it makes sense, because it would really blow if enemies could just heal to full health. Usually means that you want a more specialized strategy. This reminds me of this really old game that I played on the DS, I believe. It was called Sonic Chronicles. Boy, I feel like, unfortunately, it was developed by BioWare back in when it was like running on all cylinders, and unfortunately, I felt like that game probably demonstrated that might have hit into some limitations. Because I remember like there was a late game enemy I faced that would heal like an absurd amount of HP every single turn. So obviously, a strategy there would be to just get some like extreme burst damage and then get it down that way. But still felt like they were perhaps running out that lot, because this enemy was like pretty close to the end of the game too. So felt like they kind of like ran out of ways to make enemies interesting. So they just pulled the idea from like the bottom of the list and said, hey, how's about we just give one that just heals a lot of HP each turn, therefore requiring the player to just use a bunch of burst damage on it. I don't know. Felt like a lot more annoying than a random encounter enemy should be, unfortunately. And I'm guessing as many people would probably tell you, or enemy design, maybe not the only thing that took issue with in Sonic Chronicles. Honestly, I find that game kind of a shame, because as on paper it sounds like a pretty cool idea. Sonic the RPG. I mean, considering like, you know, around that time period Sonic had like a bazillion characters, and you know, an RPG seems like a pretty reasonable way to, you know, give all of them the spotlight. But unfortunately, Chronicles didn't quite nail the landing. I think, yeah, I'm gonna... Yeah, this is spoilers, but, you know, Sonic Chronicles is also an old game. But, it ended on a cliffhanger. Yeah. It's like, sure, you resolved them, like, the main conflict in the game, but then they, kind of set it up for a sequel, which, well, can imagine sequel never happened. I'm not sure if they continued the story. Might be the case of, they, like, did a comic book adaptation or something, but... Yeah. I wish Sonic RPG, like, just sounds like a fun idea. This one didn't quite stick the landing, unfortunately.
Excellent.
I mean, kind of felt like it perhaps took a cue or two from Paper Mario as well. Like, you know, one of the big things about it was that it had action commands, you know, like Paper Mario. Although their version of action commands was like you were doing Osu style inputs, which unfortunately didn't quite land because you know, it was like felt like a bunch of arbitrary motions, right? It wasn't like didn't feel like there was a rhythm to it either, which is a shame. I remember the battle system being interesting. It's like each character had like a certain number of actions they could take per turn, and I remember there were like certain attacks that you could use to either give yourself more actions or perhaps delay your enemy's actions. There's
You've spent so long in here, even I'm starting to sweat.
don't rub it in, game. Is that another set of stairs? Very intriguing. I wonder where that first set led to, or leads to. So I'll find out. Dice rolled on by all enemies and allies land 5. Ah, wow. Okay, guaranteed roll. Basically, someone pulled out the Munchkin cheat card and said, "All right, it's set to 5." Oh man, the Munchkin. Ah. I think I have to credit Munchkin for sort of getting me in the tabletop.
Fortune favors the bold.
It all started like during a family gathering. I think one of my cousins brought that game, and you know, we would play it while the grown-ups were off doing their post-dinner talks and what have you. And one of the cards in the game I remember was called Cheat, and I remember its the original text was just name a number. And well, Munchkin, if you don't know, happens to be a term for people who try to seek out every advantage they can in tabletop RPGs. And, you know, Munchkin being Munchkin, people would go, back at that rules text, they would go and state outrageous numbers, like, say, 0 or 1 million. And I remember future printings of Munchkin would change the text of the... Oh, now I think about it. The card was called Loaded Die. It wasn't called Cheat. Cheat is something different. But anyways, Loaded Die. The text for Loaded Die, they changed it so that instead of just saying a number, now you would physically take the die, put it up to whatever face you wanted, and that would be your roll. And that was kind of like their way of closing the loophole. There's another card they had to close the loophole on. I think it was like one of the other cards that was like a monster card. One of the texts was wait, is that what? The second floor. Oh, that goes down. I'm curious, where does this go? So anyways, the other monster card, it used to just say, you are roasted and eaten. Now in Munchkin, death is like a very specific thing that only happens with certain cards, so you know, it would explicitly say you are dead, and people would argue with that monster that since it didn't explicitly say you are dead, that you were not dead, even though it said you are roasted and eaten. So later printings of that card would change from you are roasted and eaten to you are roasted and eaten, you are dead. And just so that people couldn't argue anymore. No! Just because I was roasted and I was eaten doesn't mean I'm not dead. Or doesn't mean that I'm dead. Come on. Although, you know, it's not... They didn't do, like, all their errata. Or they didn't, like, change the rules to close all of their, you know, all their loopholes. Because that would be kind of ironic. Like, I remember, there was another card, I forget, there was... Because, certain other cards would have, like, a level limit. So, like, say if you were, like, over a certain level, or if you're, like, under a certain level, they would not fight you. And I remember, like, they had an FAQ, like, at the end of their instruction manual, where I think one of the questions was something, right, can I use, like, level boosters, or go up level cards
Nice work.
on my opponents to, like, get them to meet the level requirement to fight an enemy? And, the answer was, no, that wasn't the intended use of our level up cards, but that is such a vile and munchkinly thing to do that we're gonna allow it. You know, there are certain loopholes in which they would close, but they didn't do it to all of them. Really? You're just gonna shove a mysterious card into a treasure chest? They run out of side quests. Get the feeling that we might be pretty close to the end of our journey here. They're just handing out mysterious cards and treasure chests now. Like, I feel like that guy with the sleeping mat might have been a good spot to put,
A clump of familiar white outfits comes into view. You've caught up with the Ivory Order at last.
Good God, how slow were these people walking?
We shall be the ones to fell the dragon. You proclaim loudly to... no one, apparently. For the Order pays you no mind.
I like the delivery of no one, apparently. Like, even the GM is shocked.
At your persistence, Winifred requests, please do not interfere with the dragon's capture. Clearly annoyed.
Yeah, that seems like an appropriate
As you all
response.
suspected, they have no intention of following the Queen's orders to slay the dragon.
Oh boy, wonder. Why is this
What
group
will you
gone
do
rogue?
with him once he is yours? Melanie asks forcefully.
I feel like... might not like... Suddenly they summon monsters?
Her answer shall have to wait. The lava bubbles and swirls as monsters leap out onto the rock before you. It would seem the only way out is through.
They're gonna be gone by the time this battle is done. Or... okay, we'll go with
In a
that.
flash, Sherwin's blade cleaves one in two. Clearly, he has earned his rank within the Order. Keep moving, he bellows, leading his companions deeper into the volcano.
Oh, we gotta deal with our fry now.
The remaining monster turns toward you, eager to avenge its fallen friend. There shall be no avoiding this battle.
Alright, it's time to fight ourselves some space fleas. Boy, what is this, like early Grand Blue Fantasy? Just all our important dialogue just gets interrupted by battles because each section of a chapter needed a battle, no matter how contrived it may be.
Nice work.
Melanie, pass for now. It's our Molten Wolf. It is out of commission at the moment. Don't need to worry about them. However, this launch another arrow, another crystal arrow. Don't need to do crystal arrow. Can just do regular arrow. Ooh, 61 damage. That's a lot of damage. I feel like I've done a Flex Seal joke already, though. Should probably avoid from doing it again. Well, it was ice to meet them. I'm sorry. Oh. No, it was a scripted battle, so of course it would give us some
You
more
escaped with
moolah.
your lives, but the Ivory Order has put some distance between you.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
All your efforts will be for naught if they reach the dragon before you do. You hurry the party onward.
Wow. Hero man being responsible for once. Or maybe less responsible, more driven. Ooh, that was short. I get the feeling, though, that I should probably save the off chance that something triggers right when we reach the next floor. I feel like the game is usually nice enough not to do that, but never know. At the very least, if a major battle is coming. Oh, there it is, the Caldera.
A
So,
deafening roar
think
greets
we've,
you as you set foot on the summit. The dragon must be close.
the main part. Yeah, look at that giant circular area, not ominous at all. Alright, it's time to get inundated with a few more random encounters before we get to the boss battle proper.
And fight.
Ah, jeez, 3 turtles. To run away. Succeeds on 2 or greater? Yeah, let's do it. So that means runaway is guaranteed. 11. It's 1 higher. I think I've made that joke already. Oh, there it is.
You reach the caldera only to find the dragon and the Ivory Order members locked in battle.
What about old Vince on the side? Wow. Just,
Their teamwork is impeccable. With each strike, they drive the dragon further back.
must have played a lot of Final Fantasy.
Vince is doing everything he can to protect the dragon, but nothing can slow Sherwin and company's advance.
Yeah, they're cheating. They have 4 people. How dare they?
The Ivory Order approaches the dragon, quite sure of their victory.
And this is the part where Vince pulls out Exodia.
They shall
Right.
have their quarry at this ring.
What will I do? Wait. I feel like it's not gonna matter which one I pick, but we stay back and watch.
You can see the writing on the wall. You shrink away from the fight. Go on, get out there, Melanie yells, kicking you square in the rump.
Dude, this isn't a sports match.
We'll be the ones to collect the bounty on the dragon's head, you yell. What vulgar ambition, Hedwin says with a sneer.
I will not lay this ambition to rest, my good man.
Hedwin and Winifred each keep one eye on you as they begin incanting a spell to hold the dragon in place.
Ooh, this is a perfect opportunity to come and kick him in the face.
Without warning, the dragon slams his tail against the ground. Cracks in the earth form beneath his feet.
The ground gives way, and everyone suddenly falls back into the volcano.
The rock beneath the Ivory Order gives way, sending them tumbling down below.
Oh.
You surmise the fall wasn't far enough to kill them, but they won't make it back here anytime soon.
Thanks for telling me that, GM. I guess now it's our turn.
The dragon spreads his wings and flies towards the caldera. This may be your only chance to slay him without the Ivory Order interfering.
Get in there and kick the dragon's butt. Continue uncovering cards and fighting lava monsters. We're getting close to something. Getting close to the dragon, not something. Have to act coy about this. Really? 39. It's frozen, so probably try to soften up the turtle. Just have to cut the slime up. There is no kill, like overkill. I was lucky, and a little bit overkill. Uh-oh. Well, it's gonna hit harder. But I switched Melanie's ability. Ice proc. Something about this fella here. 60% chance to freeze, and it sticks. Alright. Thank goodness. Okay. Now that we have a free turn, pass. Hero Man can build up gems for the next assault. Yeah. So that this one, you're more dangerous. Continue the freeze chain, not that it matters. It's 50 damage. Woo-wee! Killing it. Alright, and you will ask to administer some first aid to Melanie. Oh, it's back in action. It's okay, we'll blow it away. Oh. What? Poison arrow, why not? I think, Hero Man would have done much better. Cut it down with a lightning strike. You're in for a shock. Wow, it's the first time in a while since I got an item. What we have? Invigorant. It's gonna net me a tidy sum back in town. Menacing Ogre. And Magma Tortoise I got there in stories. What's in here? Lava, of course. Alright. Oh, an enemy.
Don't hold back.
Again. Alright. Oh. Let's keep on hitting the slime. Can't see foot. have you the fur ball. Eight damage. Ah, dang it. It's faster than Hero Man. Fortunately, I decided to hit him. Wow. Ouch, that tickled.
Excellent.
Quite so. Ooh, 28, baby. So they're both on the ropes. Let's finish this. Oh, that's 55 damage. Instead of freeze ailment. Instead of freeze bonus, a lot of damage. Alright, another mob done. Let's keep going. Assuming our dragon is probably up there. Or, nope. It was actually below us. Yeah, probably makes more sense they would be in the center of the giant card arrangement and not
Not the enemy.
the top. I feel like the top might have also been plausible. Wondering if our success rate is dependent on everyone's speed. I feel like it's always been 2 greater, which basically means you have a 100% chance of running away. Guess I think I fought. Well, if this battle doesn't have ogres, then it'll be okay. As one ogre, I'm fine. This. So we've put one of them out of commission. Right, take care of the ogre they have. Oh, wow, the flame tortoise has more attack. Probably not by much, but it's still a lot of attack.
That was lucky.
Uh-oh. 19 damage, that hurts. 17. That also hurts. Just launch a fireball. Okay. Ogre can't hurt us anymore. For this, however, you can do AoE heal. Need you to slightly heal 2/3 of the party. Ooh, wow, we got the crit. Heal
Nice
crit.
work.
Nice. I'll have you cut down the slime because it's gonna dethaw next turn, so we'll get that freeze bonus. Take advantage of it while we can. Ah, I could not get the freeze proc. Feel like that's okay. This is crystal arrow should be enough to take it out. We couldn't get the freeze proc again. Oh. Nope. Well, I guess I will just lightning strike. This should be enough to take it out, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. Spoils. Love. Dark proof. That comes in handy later. Right. Go up here. Oh, a good thing we don't need to save at specific points. We can just save wherever. Oh, it's pretty easy to, at least a game like this, to record your position and your status and like that. It's probably not much you need to put into a save file like this. At least not as much, I don't think. Case. It's time for Dragon, round 2.
The dragon sits perched on the edge of the caldera. You eye him warily, shouting, "There's nowhere left to run."
Kind of in the center of it, buddy, not the edge.
He lets loose an intimidating roar, but you and your party stand tall, unbowed. Victory is within reach. You have never felt more ready to slay a creature in your life.
Boy, we're in a pretty dramatic spot, but according to the map, this isn't going to be the last
Draw
of it.
your sword and charge, blade raised and ready to strike.
I wonder if this is like... Oh,
In
of
an
course.
instant, his bodyguard appears before you. You can see the bloodlust inside him as he stares you all down.
Of course.
He looks upon you and sees only greed. "Fools," he shouts.
This battle's going to be Vince and the dragon.
"You shall not be stopped. You have your reasons for wanting the dragon dead, and they are enough. They are everything.
Our weapons have your names on it, Vince and Dragon.
This conflict is inevitable. You heave your sword toward the enemy, come what may."
I've come to very familiar with this music. It's an indication that big stuff's gonna happen. Important
You
battles.
can do this.
Sort of not important battles. Ah, fire resistance. Appreciate it. Yeah, since Vince has less HP, you should probably target him first. That's beginning to wonder if he has freeze resist. If he does, then I shouldn't waste my gems on trying to inflict ailments on him.
Nice.
Yeah, as expected, he resists that stuff. So we will just hit him with regular attacks. 6. Dragon have dragon bear. Wow! 30% kicks in. No, actually it'd be 20% because it's 3 or more, not more. Ah, now wind damage. Well, there's only one person who can benefit from this, but it'll be a big one. Wait. Did I spend 2 gems? AoE heal. I think I need it yet. Just use an arrow. Oh, hold on.
Vince falls, his face covered in blood.
Is this because I focused fired, or was this going to happen once Vince hit a certain HP level regardless?
Why would you give your life to protect the dragon? Melanie asks sharply.
Let's hit him with the armor-piercing questions, Melanie.
Asks the one who has forsaken her own. What would you know of loyalty? Vince roars, consumed with rage.
Counter pierce.
He begins chanting, no doubt preparing to cast a spell.
Wow. Looks at that effect. Can't be anything good.
No, that spell is forbidden.
Uh-oh.
Melanie shrieks. It's too late.
Is it a fusion spell? Is he gonna fuse with the dragon?
Stupendously powerful magic swirls out of the ether, enveloping them both. Vince turns to face you once more, his aura unlike anything you've felt before.
He's not holding back anymore.
Tighten your grip on your sword. There's no turning back now.
Vince says, throwing off his training vest. It's made a large dent in the ground. Whoa. And he's attached a dragon to himself. increases dark damage.
Vince adopts a sweeping stance between you and the dragon. You'll have to deal with him first if you hope to attack your quarry.
There's nothing on Vince's rule text that talks about this, though. I don't think. I wonder if I should have replaced Ridis' skills with other things. Alright, what you got? How hard is this gonna hit? 12. Yeah, it could be worse. But I'm just gonna deal some raw damage on you. Ooh. 223, 223, 11. 27 damage. Yeah. 125, I think. Still a significant amount of damage either way. Ridis just pokes at him with arrows. Only launches fireballs. While Hero Man saves up for the big attacks. 9. We'll just cut you. Hurt comes next turn, buddy. Ooh. And it's all accurate, so I'm not gonna get some annoying misses this time. Thank goodness. Wait, can I do an AoE heal? Yeah, I can. Bring him back up, because you have the Matter of the Dragon to contend with once we're done with Vince here. 587. That hurts a little bit. That's for the fire damage. Ah, Melanie. Melanie's pumped. Have her just do another AoE heal here. It's not like she was doing much with the bow anyway. Look at that. The Healbot, roll of Healbot has moved over. Uh-oh. That was a pretty fancy attack. Throws out all the cards. Yeah, alright. Ridis is gonna keep Healbotting. Alright, time for another eulogy. Kind of funny. Every time I hear eulogy, I think of the little section in the newspaper. It talks about all the people that have recently passed away. I feel like that doesn't quite fit the situation. I can only imagine Ridis just saying, boy, sure, it's sure nice knowing each and every one of you. We're all gonna leave behind our friends and our loved ones. And that somehow, I guess, motivates her allies to keep fighting, because they don't want to see that eulogy come to pass. Alright, this should do Vince in at least. No money. Wow. Vince carries no money with him. Vince and Melanie get level ups. So does Mar and Bruno. Okay. Wow. Everyone but Hero Man, because he got one earlier.
The battle has been won.
Raise your hands into the
Tears
sun.
stream down Vince's face. You watch him out of the corner of your eye as you turn your attention toward the dragon.
What's he gonna do?
Vince, undeterred by the wounds that now cover his body, rises to his feet and moves to protect the dragon one last time.
I think we're gonna get our Marauder Shields moment here.
Enough!
It's enough time for an order to come back, I assume.
The dragon speaks. He declares that he wishes to see further harm befall none.
Ah.
Then you ought not to have brought harm upon us, you shout, listing off the horrors you have heard on your journey.
Yeah, here comes the plot twist. I don't do any of that, dude.
Vince, filled with righteous indignation, denounces each and every one as a lie.
Yeah.
The dragon admits that your prowess in battle and willingness to pursue him the world over have earned you the right to hear the truth about this world.
I knew it.
The dragon
It's all a
claims
lie.
he shares a special bond with the medicine that helps people the world over.
Yeah. What's medicine got to do with it?
Everyone in the world drinks this medicine as though it were water.
Probably like made from the dragon's scales or something like that, right?
Taking this medicine heals all wounds and cures all ills. It is a crutch that humanity can no longer live without. The primary ingredient in this medicine is dragon tear.
Of course. Stuff that can only come from dragons. Have to do, I guess you just have to cry into it.
All those who succeeded in capturing the dragon in the past forced him to live a nightmarish existence on this island.
Oh. So I
They
see.
would stab him with several hundred spears.
Ah, yes, there it is.
They would slice his scales off with their swords. Every day a fresh horror would visit him in the heart of the island, and every day he would cry out in pain. They then gathered up the dragon tear he shed and used it to produce their medicine.
It's medicine. Turns out it was Soylent Green all along. What do you call Soylent if it comes from a dragon? Would it be like Soylent Red? Maybe in this case it would be like Soylent Black. Not sure.
You cast your mind back over your travels, over all the people who sought the medicine and were saved by it.
Except for those folks in the last village.
The mere thought that so much good was born of the dragon's torture makes your mind reel. You feel unmoored. No one moves, or
Then
so much
the
as
last
makes a
village.
sound. His words weigh on each and every one of you.
Okay, it's this dragon. This dragon just happens to be a poor creature trying to escape his tormentors.
The dragon claims he has grown weary of suffering for the benefit of humankind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, he intones,
Strike me down.
I beseech you, strike me down.
I mean, it seemed pretty obvious he was gonna say that, right?
You hear only hurt and fatigue in his voice.
Like, I'm done with this.
Comply,
Y'all suck.
and you will fulfill the order that was given you. The riches you have coveted for so long shall be yours. But know that if you do, the medicine upon which people have come to rely shall cease to exist, threatening the very foundation upon which humanity was built.
Wow. What is your heart's desire? We have to slay the dragon. We can't kill the dragon. This is it? This is like the ending choice. This is what's gonna decide which ending we get. Untold Fame and Fortune, or Doom This World. Wait, no. Untold Fame and Fortune, and we doom this world. Or you let the dragon live and continue his terrible existence. We make Vince happy. Obviously, we don't get the reward. Let's stay on our quest, I guess.
No matter the consequences, you resolve to complete your quest and slay the dragon. You adjust your grip and move to strike the dragon down once more.
These ivory order. Ooh, wow. Continue playing that sad music right into the battle.
It looks like it won't put up a fight.
20 HP. This is a card that just says, end it. End it right here. End it now. Just end it. Nothing left to do. Except, end it. It is done.
Out of nowhere, a burst of magic crashes over the entire party, rendering you unable to move.
Boy, now what?
The Ivory Order have found their way back to the caldera and stand before the dragon once more.
Dang it, we brought the dragon to 0 HP. What are you doing? You can't just waltz in on it like this and declare
Sherwin stares the dragon down, fire in his eyes.
Stalled game.
At last, the world is safe, he says. Seize him at once. Edwin urges. With a nod, Sherwin approaches the dragon.
Is it just me, or do all these Ivory Order folks have, like, Win in their name?
In one motion, Sherwin unsheathes his sword and cleaves the dragon in two.
Wait, tell me this guy's carrying a katana? Is that what we're getting at here?
The dragon's lifeless corpse lurches backward before dropping over the edge into the caldera.
Hold on. Wanted to capture it. Now you're not capturing it?
What have you done? The others ask quietly, unable to comprehend Sherwin's actions.
Oh boy, here comes another twist. Oh boy.
The earth shakes. The dragon's body seems to have energized the lava enough to spur an eruption.
Like the dragon tear healed the volcano, and now it's active
All that
again.
remains is to destroy that place, he hisses, and storms off with purpose. The remaining members of the Ivory Order are still in shock, but Hedwin orders them out, and they flee out of sight. The volcano is about to erupt, and will surely take you with it. Melanie suggests the party take Vince as well, but he insists he remain here.
His purpose in life, it's gone. Just let the volcano take him.
He speaks his final request, his voice already fading.
Spud.
Dragon Tear is more powerful than you can imagine, he says, his voice weak and raspy. It could end this world.
Guess maybe the other line could have been, I hate your guts.
You mustn't let them use it. Stop them at all costs. Use the forbidden magic if you have to, Melanie. Vince's final pronouncement echoing in your head. You race to catch up to the Ivory Order.
And then his card tears in half, right?
The eruption is imminent. The earlier tremors collapsed the passage you took to reach the caldera.
On your feet, soldier. We are leaving.
Follow the other passage out and escape before it's too late.
Have like a... Oh! 100 steps. Okay. Counter reaches 0, then it's game over. Cannot jump, save, or load until you escape. Auto-saving has been disabled. Forever, you cannot use a bellwether. Would you like to save now? It might be a good idea to save somewhere other than your previously saved data. Woo! Alright, well, thanks for warning me in advance, game. Yeah, I think I'll take you up on that offer. Yes, we will save here. Yep. Alright. This is our Planet Zebus moment. Clock's ticking down. Boy. I wonder if that moves counter is going to remain in battle as well. If it does, this just got a lot more... 2 ogres, I don't like... Yeah. You know what? Doesn't look like the turn counter goes down in battle, so at least, there's that. Can you just imagine this GM just has like a stack of 100 cards ready? They all say remaining moves, and the only difference between each of them is the number on it. Just every time you make a move, the GM just like flips the card and moves the card to the bottom of the deck. Keep going. And boy, I wish I brought Flash Freeze with me. This is like a. This reminds me of those other sequences where you gotta escape a place, but they leave tons of treasure lying around to kind of tempt you into looking around. But you only have a very limited amount of time in which to get stuff, so better look fast. Decide fast what you want to get, because if you take too long, then you're gonna be buried with the treasure. Does feel like the step counter is more like an aesthetic thing than anything, because if it doesn't count down in battle, then it's probably not that bad, I don't think.
That was lucky.
Guess we'll find out. Since we went up 4 floors, I imagine we have to go down 4 floors. That probably means on average we don't want to take more than 24-ish steps in each floor. That said, they are making it real tempting to just putz around. You wonder if their intent is that they want to perhaps try to tempt people to explore the entire area. But since you only have so many steps, you can't do that. I'm thinking if they really wanted you to do that, they would try to clue you in by like perhaps placing a chest in a spot
That was lucky.
that you would have across. Kind of make you think, oh, you know, if I did take some additional steps, I could try looking around for chests, but they didn't do that, so
You did great.
maybe they just want me to escape. I wonder if that says something more about me than anything else. If I'm wondering if they're gonna hide treasure around this area to make people find it. Or is this just gonna be a maze? Maze with short paths and long paths. I don't think this music is tense enough for an escape sequence. I feel like there should be at least more instrumentation to it. I hope this is a case of instrumentation will get more intense as the turn counter hits certain points. So like perhaps when we come down to 50 moves remaining, they add another layer to the music, and once we hit 25, we get another layer. Things continue sounding more frantic as time goes on. Guess we'll find out what will happen. 64 moves. And we fit a dead end. Or twin damage. Let's see if we can get the freeze proc. We'll make our wind spell deal even more damage. Give ourselves a 2-turn victory going here. A 2-move victory. With our +2 bonus damage. Ooh. 75. That hurts. That hurts a lot. All that for 150 experience and 51 gold pieces. 2 of them. Got the freeze proc. And can just spell this one. Zephyr. Actually not a bad name for a wind spell. I should keep that in mind. If I ever need to name a wind spell, I call it Zephyr. No matter what I roll, it's gonna die to the damage. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Good work.
282 and 100 experience. Get Guardian. Probably swap out Lightning Strike for that.
Take your time. There's no need to rush yet.
Okay, I guess in the lack of more frantic instrumentation, that will do. Sarcastic GM can appreciate. Don't worry, it's not like you're gonna get incinerated in an eruption or anything like that. No, 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 no. A decent chance of escaping. I'd say a 2 or higher is more than a decent chance. Would be nice if I didn't jack up the encounter rate for this area. I feel like having to battle like every other steps kind of takes the tension out of this segment for some reason. Even if they are mostly trash mobs. Warrior wastes no time. Really, treasure. Okay, sure. Uh-huh. Alright, yep, just shove that in the pocket. Gotta go.
Lava oozes
Well.
from the rock beneath. You miss stepping on it through sheer dumb luck. Best proceed with caution.
Yeah, you don't say. Alright, Singleton.
And fight.
Not in the mood for this. Oh, now it's a 3 or greater, so I could potentially lose. But I'm not gonna. Get out of here. I don't have time to fight. We're not flame resistant like you flame resistant monsters. There it is. Ah, good. It's just this segment. Getting out of here, baby. Wait, hold on. Ah, are you kidding me? Well, 30 moves should be more than enough. Right? Right? No one dare pull a fast one on us. Uh-huh, 2 gems. So, basically means this molten slime is definitely going to meet its maker. Double helping of ice. Now, I think out of all the time I've been on and around, I don't think I've ever had anyone who's asked for more ice in their drink. I mean, it makes total sense when you think about it. It's just something that I think about. 9 times out of 10, people want less ice in their drink. For an obvious reason, it means you get more drink. You know, if they don't have like
The enemy.
fixed amounts of drink that they put into the cup. Actually reminds me that one time I was traveling with my friend, stopped by a fast food restaurant to, you know, 'cause it was late at night and we wanted something to eat. Got our food and sat down, and then he said, I feel like I'm the only person in this world who asks for less ice in their drink. So I had to say, no, you're not. Far from it. Wow, everyone's getting their big, huge, high gem cost attacks. Whoa! Okay, he's got a better AoE heal than this does. I'll probably swap this out for him.
You might want to pick up the pace about now.
I'm going. You know, maybe if you didn't pull a fast one on me and put me on 2 dead ends, I would have more moves to get out of here. Is there an item I can use to extend the timer? Maybe what if I just like went, hey, look over there, and while and you know, you look the other way while I go sneakily move a couple of cards back to the top of the deck. You know, just give myself 10 extra moves there. Don't you mind me. Just try to investigate what that thing was over there. I'm sure there was something over there.
You're nearly out. The relief of knowing you may yet outrun the encroaching lava is immense. And short-lived, as monsters burst forth from the lava, blocking your escape.
Wow. And they're gonna force us into this battle. Thankfully, battling is a free action, and oh my god. Dealing with HP sponges here.
And fight.
Everyone gets defense. Okay. Focus fire on the slimes. The one time my luck fails me. To Zephyr. $18 damage. Well, luckily, they still don't hit that hard. Wow, even with attack +4. Guess when you take the 1 minimum and then +4, that makes 5, so it checks out. 28 attack beats 28 defense. They have more defense. Oh, we still get the defense up card. Dagnabbit. Alright. Come on, freeze proc. Got the freeze proc. So Zephyr will definitely take the slime out. And all we have to deal with is Torkoal. Now I've said Torkoal twice, but yet I have yet to say Slugma for the Molten Slime. So I'm just gonna say it right now. Slugma. There. You don't have to worry about me not saying Slugma anymore. Slugma. This is what I do when I sit on you. Ah, good. Always accurate attacks, I can appreciate that. Got the freeze proc as well, baby. Full 8 damage. Just pass for now. Also pass. Increases light damage. It's not gonna help us, but yay. This should do it. So we have the freeze bonus going on here. Boom. Job's done. Boy, I wonder if this is gonna be the GM's way of pulling the fast one on us. It's gonna pull out the battle board. It's like, oh gee, would you look at that? 0 moves remaining. Oh no. What a shame. Works damage. So now we have Ridis has her super attack.
You race out of the volcano, the monsters scarcely having hit the ground behind you.
Or chunkier. Interlude time. Made an audience. Put on an impressive show. Dragon's like, yeah, but here's the thing. It's story you thought was actually a story, that was a lie. I'm sick of this world's shit. Please just end me. I wonder if I chose not to end the dragon. Would they have forced me to end the dragon anyway? That is true. We do have one last mystery. What is this party's ulterior motive? Alright, Chapter 7, Dragon Tier. The material that could potentially end the world.
After your narrow escape from the volcano, you mull over what you learned at the summit. The truth about the dragon and the medicine. What the Ivory Order and Sherwin are actually after.
Yes.
And Vince's dying warning about Dragon Tier destroying the world.
Guess there's one more that remains. What does Dragon Tier do, and why is the Ivory Order after it?
You decide to return to the village of the sick to try and make sense of everything.
And now we can save, jump, and load a game. Cool. Wow, Vince's flip side. How's about we close on that? Let's see what Vince's motivation is. They share a birthplace. Vince's magical might far outstrips Melanie's. He is now the dragon's stalwart companion, and is ever wary of the Ivory Order. His journey revealed to him the awful secret that binds the dragon to the Ivory Order. As he fell into the heart of the volcano, he had the peace of knowing he'd fulfilled his duty. Oh yeah, I guess in a way he did. He may be gone, but now he's entrusted his mission to a new group. Well, in any case, I think this is a good place to call it for now. We finished another chapter. We found out big twist, at least a big twist. Turns out this dragon is not just an all bad Ivory Order, maybe a bit more insidious than we thought. What exactly is their end goal? That is something we'll have to find out next week. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this stream. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow around 2 p.m. EST. I'm gonna look at another tabletop game. Thinking I'm gonna try looking at Sentinels of the Multiverse, if I can get that to work. I'll see you then.